Hockey fans, it's game night for the section quarterfinal at Ames Arena. Lakeville by Principal Kimberly, athletic director Aaron Swart, assistant activities director Lisa Conrad, and head coach Jim Taylor. Welcome you to the next phase between the Rochester Century Giant Panthers and your Lakeville North Panthers.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. We are live here in Lakeville North. This is the opening round of Section 1 playoffs, quarterfinals. Your Century JM Panthers taking on Lakeville North here in the opening round. Here's what the brackets look like. Century JM coming in at that 6th seed with that late season win streak. Taking on Lakeville North, the number 3 seed. Comparable records here heading into the playoffs. Again, different circumstances here as your Panthers fall to Lakeville North during the season. Injuries, both in the goaltenders and up front, impacting your Panthers. So I don't know that I take that into account. But here come your Century Panthers. Here's your lineup for your Panthers. Again, one notable exception here is Jarek Solak is out due to a misconduct served in his last game. Panthers on the ice waiting for Lakeville North. Lakeville North, I guess, allows fog machines. Starting lineups here momentarily.
And now, let's start with the starting lineup for the Rochester Century Giant Panthers. Starting on defense, number 24,
Vance Hansen starting on one end of the blue line. Hatcher Hodge will be his defensive partner. Ethan Wiedrich starting at center. Boston Collins, his wing. Bennington Payne, the other wing. That's your starting lineup. And Zachary Bohan manning the between the pipes.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Lakeville North Panthers. Starting on defense, senior number 8, joining him on defense, number 21, junior the forward, sophomore, number 3, Jack Taylor. The senior, number 6, Kevin Decker. And number 15, the senior, Blake Bachmeyer. And protecting the goal, number 1, sophomore, David.
Both teams with a young lineup here.
Hockey fans, at this time, we invite you to please remove your caps and rise if you are able for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's go Panthers. Thanks for watching here. Again, watch all Century JM Panther action on YouTube. Player and team highlights on Instagram and Facebook. This is Panther hockey. Again, notable lineup change. Eric Solak out taking a misconduct there in that last game of the year against Austin. So we'll be out without his services, leading scorer here for your Panthers. That'll be a tough outcome here if we can't advance. Boys are pumped and ready to go. Opening face-off. Tim Payne, Weidrich, and Collins out there with Hodge and Hansen. Again, two young teams taking battle here in Lakeville to move on in Section 1 playoffs. Let's go Panthers. Opening face-off, won by North. There you go, D to D now come up the near side wall. That's all the way down, no icing. Puck behind the net. Lakeville tries to center that and taken away by Collins. He's able to chip that out. Now Lakeville working that now through the neutral zone. They backhand that in. Hodge behind the net. Puck comes on the far side. Weidrich chips that up to Collins. That's just past him. Loose puck in a high slot shot. Bohan makes his first save of the game. Weidrich chipping that up to Collins on the far side. Now they're able to get it out. Tim Payne comes across the blue line. Drop pass to Collins. He fires a shot on net. And Lakeville gets their first save. Baltovic stepping in for this draw. He's got Drake on one wing and Gavin Weidrich on the other. Shot fired from the point goes just wide. That's Drake Waters. Taking away Waters at the blue line. He chips that down. Rochester having to tag up. Now on the far side, Baltovic's putting that pressure on. Puck comes to the middle. Now chip. Palizari picks that up. He fires a puck in that's steered to the near side corner. Now Baltovic picks that up, fires a shot on net. Waters trying to get there for the rebound. And now worked up the far side. Lakeville North slipping on a banana peel. Loose puck picked up by Baltovic as he comes across the blue line. He fires a shot that's off a Lakeville defender's pads. And now Lakeville quickly moving it out. Lakeville coming down the boards. Trying to get around Graham. He's able to get a stick on. Throw that up the middle. Again, playing physical and fast here, staying out of the penalty box is going to be some of our key moments for the game. Frank trying to get that out. He does. Now at the neutral zone. Dump that in as Algeier chases that down. Now to the far side. Lent keeping that low. Lakeville chipping that up the far side boards. And now Lakeville comes out the near side. Lakeville making a move here at the red line. Crossing the blue. Sneaking in. Graham's able to get a stick on that as Lakeville had gotten around our defenseman. Frank trying to move that up. Hodge steps up. He fires a shot. Lakeville steers that to the near side corner. Collins trying to take that away as Lakeville now chips it up the near side boards. Lakeville regrouping in their zone. Chip that to the middle. Collins picks it up. Walks in the slot. Shot blocked. Tim Payne in the near side corner. Collins helping. Puck along the boards. Jocelyn's able to keep that in as Lakeville bumps that around to the far side. Now up the far side wall. Lakeville now chipping that to the center as he comes through the neutral zone. They chip that behind the defenseman. Jocelyn trying to chip that loose. Shot! Bohan gets a leg on that. Now Lakeville working that across the blue line. They walk in. Shot's blocked. Tim Payne picks it up. He goes far side to Weidrich. Weidrich coming down. He rings that around to the near side. Weidrich picks that puck up. He gets that back deep behind the net. Now Gavin Weidrich chasing it with Drake Waters. Gavin Wiedrich behind the net now. He keeps possession. He goes back below for Drake. Drake to the far side, just off Baltovic's stick. Now to the point. Back to Baltovic. Baltovic stepping in. Shot. That goes to the near side boards. Palazari down low for Wiedrich. And Lakeville's able to chip that out. Rochester moving that up quickly. Palazari backhands that into the Lakeville zone. Lakeville a long cross-ice pass that's taken away by Palazari. And now your Panthers regroup in their zone. They get that up to Baltovic, and he chips that into the Lakeville end. Lakeville behind their net. Up the near side boards. Cross-ice taken away by Lent. Lent goes back to his D to regroup. They go cross-ice here to... Oh, there should have been an interference. No call on the play. Rochester player put into the boards without the puck. Allgaier trying to center. Lakeville now chips that here near side as they come out of the zone. Now working their way across the blue. They put a puck on Bohan and he gets a whistle. Good pace of play here in the first period. Both teams feeling each other out, trying to work pucks to the net. Face off won by your Panthers. Your Panthers chip that up off the glass into the neutral zone. Lakeville has to retreat. Now out through the middle. That's just past the Lakeville stick. Lakeville comes down now. Now they go to the cross ice. Shot. Bohan with his first hard save. Lakeville doing a nice job working that to the middle. Bohan crossing that crease and making a nice save. Cutting that angle down as your Panthers win that draw. They come near side. Loose puck. They can't come across the blue line. Tim Payne coming to the middle. He gets hooked. Loose puck. Collins picks it up. Loose. Lakeville now chips that up and out of the zone. Jocelyn back for it. Palazari up the near side boards. Wiedrich chasing in the near side. He tries to get that to Collins. Lakeville takes that away, now up the far side. Long cross-ice pass. As they enter the zone, drop pass coming to the middle. Nice save by Bohan. Lakeville getting a nice shot in the slot. Tim Payne working that up near side to Wiedrich. He comes across the red, fires that on net. So Panthers get a change. Lakeville now skating up. Cross-ice pass broken up by Graham. And Rochester chips that in behind the Lakeville goaltender. Lakeville able to get that up the near side boards. Taken away by Waters. Baltovic throws that in on net. Lakeville backhanding that out of the zone as Baltovic goes near side to Graham. Graham up the boards, but he misses on that pass, gets the puck back, chips it up to Wiedrich. Back to Graham. Graham far side, hits Waters. Shot. Glove save. Face off on the far side, comes back to the point, tipped, rebound, just misses the net. Circling pass. Loose puck trying to get that to the front of the net. Now Lakeville circles that to the near side. That was a bouncing save that got up and over the goaltender. Panthers moving that quickly through the neutral zone as Allgaier gets it. He throws it down near side of the net, almost bouncing out the back of the goaltender. Use a couple of lucky bounces like that here in this game. Lakeville coming across the red now. Lakeville player falling as Jocelyn goes into the corner. He goes behind for Hansen. Lakeville coming out. Bohan is there. And Lakeville gets on the board first. Loose puck in the slot. Bohan makes the first save. Tries to slide over and get that secondary save, but can't. Lakeville gets on the board first here. 9:50 remaining in the first period. Weidrich stepping in for this draw. Panthers win that back. Graham goes up the near side boards for Tim Payne. Weidrich trying to take that puck away. Now in the near side corner, he comes behind the net. Pinched off by a Lakeville player. Now behind the net. Boston Collins applying pressure as Lakeville comes out the far side. Now they go to the middle. Shot fired. That's deflected off a Panther into the near side corner. Shot Bohan with a save that deflects to the far side. Collins picks it up. He comes down the boards. He's got Weidrich with him. Shot fired. Just misses the net. Lakeville, that bounce off the boards. Hansen fires that on net. Loose puck in the far side corner. Weidrich is there. Now Lakeville coming out of their corner. They chip that up and out. Hodge fires that back. Waters chasing it now in the Lakeville zone. Loose puck. Baltovic fires that on net. That hits a Lakeville player. And Lakeville up the far side. Now coming through the middle, they fire a shot. Bohan makes a blocker save. Panthers chip that off the boards, but Lakeville fires that back deep into the far corner. Lakeville gets possession. They come up to the blue line. They fire a shot that's deflected high and wide. Weidrich up and off the glass. Lakeville grabs that with a glove and able to hold it in. Bohan grabs that with a save, with a glove save. .804 remaining here in the first period. Shots are 10-7 in favor of Lakeville North. Face off, Rochester up off the glass and out. Tim Payne picks it up. He gets across the red, fires it around. Sorry, that was Frank to the middle. Frank with a one-timer that goes off the tip of his stick. Now, Lakeville coming across. They get across the red line, dumping around to the far side. Palazzari's there with Allgaier. Allgaier chipping it up, can't get it out. Lakeville throws it back in. Rochester gets across the red, goes off for a change as they dump that puck. Lakeville up the near side boards. Out of the near side. Hodge picking that puck up. Now he loses it. Lakeville trying to work that up to the point. Shot to the far side is wide. Loose puck. Now out of the near side, Tim Payne coming out. He crosses that ice, loses it. Now long cross ice pass to Weidrich. That's off his stick, no icing. Lakeville now to the near side. Trying to work that to the middle. Weidrich picks that up and he fires that in. Collins racing to pinch off that Lakeville attacker. Jocelyn goes high up off the boards and out of the zone. Out of the far side. Now back to the near side. Jocelyn just trying to chip that up to Weidrich. Weidrich's able to get that up to Baltovic. Baltovic comes out of the zone. He goes across ice. Just missing Drake Waters' stick. Hansen. Lakeville coming in. Puck picked up and thrown out of the zone, making Lakeville North regroup. Lakeville throws that in. They get a change for themselves. Hansen behind the net. Centering pass. That's off Bohan's leg pad. And that's thrown into the Rochester bench for a whistle. Lakeville wins that draw. They come up to the point. Shot. Bohan grabs it with a glove. .5:29 remaining here in the first. Loose puck. Lakeville chips that into the far side corner. Now behind the net. Graham trying to work that up the near side. And it looks like we'll have our first penalty on Graham. See what the call is. Cross check is the call. See if we can catch that here on the replay. Yeah, I suppose, but so this will be our first penalty kill. Bob's Construction penalty kill. Weidrich and Collins out there on this kill with Hansen and Hodge. Lakeville now working in that umbrella. Down low, trying to go cross ice, I believe. Hodge is able to poke that away. Now up the near side, that pops off the boards weird. Now to the point. Loose puck. Hodge trying to chip that out, and that goes into the near side corner. Hodge is able to get a handle on it. Weidrich fires it down. Your Panthers go off for a change, get a fresh 4 out there. Lakeville coming out of their zone. Long cross ice pass. That goes on net, so no icing. Jocelyn chasing that on the far side boards, trying to tie up. Drake Waters steps in, fires that all the way down for another change. Here keeping it fresh. We've got Gavin, Weidrich, and Collins. Up the far side. Lakeville walking in. Blocker saved by Bohan. He puts it up into the netting. 4:12 remaining here in the period. 54 seconds remaining in the penalty. Collins stepping in for this draw. Lakeville wins that. They go across the blue line, stepping up. Fire shot. Bohan makes a glove save. Lakeville wins that draw. Now working that to the near side with 40 seconds remaining. Cross ice, Bohan intercepts that and stops it with his leg pad and then gets it covered. Hodge and Hansen back out there with Weidrich and Tim Payne. 38 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Face-off won by Lakeville. That comes out of the zone. They have to regroup. Picks that puck up. He tries to go through the zone, tried to ring that around to the far side. Lakeville had stick checked him. Tried to walk to the net. They were able to recover. Lakeville tips that. Now they try to come around the near side. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Now on the far side, Lakeville stepping up. Cross ice. Shot. Bohan with a save. 3 seconds. And the penalty's up. Back to 5-on-5. Lakeville comes out to the point. Now to the near side. Walking in. Shot. Blocker save Bohan. Lakeville's able to keep that in the zone. Now it comes out as Lakeville is changing defensemen. And now they're offsides. 3 minutes remaining in the period. Baltovic's in for this draw. Lakeville now stepping across the red line as they win that face-off. They chip that in behind Bohan. Now on the near side corner. Panthers are able to come out. That skips over Waters' stick. Ooh, through the high slot. Gavin Weidrich trying to get there first. Lakeville gets control of it, though. Now they come back to the neutral zone, 2-on-2. Fire that off the backboards. Loose puck. Behind the net, Jocelyn chipping that far side to Waters. Waters chipping that up to Baltovic. Baltovic backhands it out. Weidrich almost intercepting that one. Well, we could use a little bounce here to end the first. Loose puck chipped out of the zone. Lakeville has to retreat and regroup. Panthers get across Lakeville. Should say Lakeville since we're both Panthers. Hodge on the far side. He reverses that near side to Graham. Graham behind the net. He rings that around the far side. A little too hard. But Hodge picks it up on the far side boards. Comes down with Ethan Weidrich. Walks across the blue. Fires a shot just wide. Centering pass by Graham. Not centering pass. Shot by Graham. Hit a Lakeville player. Now Lakeville regroups behind their net. They fire a cross-ice pass. Tim Payne trying to forecheck. Through the middle. Getting behind Hodge. Hodge is able to force a play to the boards. Now Boston Collins chasing on the far side. Lakeville controlling with 1:16 left. Lakeville now at the blue line. Deep in the corner. Now up to the point. They go across the blue. It stays in. Lakeville rings that around behind the Rochester goaltender with 1 minute left in the period. Graham. Hodge in the corner. Weidrich's there. He goes up near side to Tim Payne. Tim Payne backhands that out as that goes behind Collins. And Lakeville comes up and dumps it down and gets a change. Hodge on the near side. He goes hard up the near side boards. Quick exit pass as Tim Payne gets taken out. Baltovic applying the pressure. Loose puck behind the net now. Lakeville picks it up. Goes up the near side with 26 seconds. Lakeville now on the far side. Little drop pass in the high slot. They try to work that through the middle. Hansen. Loose puck in the slot. They're able to chip that out. Weidrich trying to use his speed to get to that first and create a breakaway opportunity with 6 seconds left. Jocelyn ringing that hard to the near side. Just past Weidrich. As your clock runs out.
Scoring for the first period, 1 goal scored at 7-10 in the first period, scored by Lakeville number 12, McGuire to Reeves.
We'll give you a shot update here after the scoreboards update, but a relatively whistle-free first period. Your Panthers able to kill their only penalty and come out of there unscathed. Lakeville taking that lead 1-0 here after one. Panthers go back to the locker room, regroup, and see if we can come out and formulate some offense here to try to create some bounces and tie this up here in a second. While we're waiting for the Zamboni to go, we'll try to switch over to the Mayo game, see how they're doing against Lakeville South. right, change of plans. I can't find the Mayo game on. Either not streaming or I can't find the Lakeville stream. So we'll switch over to the Lourdes stream versus Albert Lee. First round in Section 1A. It's like Lakeville, Lourdes with a 3-1 lead here after one. As their period ends. All right, so we'll see if we can find out what the Mayo Lakeville South score is, and we'll report that here at the beginning of All right, second period horn is sound and ice is clean. Teams are coming back on the ice. Again, kind of a whole hump first period as both teams trying to get their playoff legs underneath them. No one team necessarily taking control. Your Panthers are your Lakeville North team gaining a rebound behind the net, coming out front, uncontested, able to get a couple shots off and stick that behind Bohan for a 1-0 lead. A couple good opportunities by your Panthers, and some bounces just not going their way. One shot bouncing up over the goaltender, just missing that far post. A couple of rebounds off the backboards, bouncing just right, not quite able to catch the goaltender off guard. Second period coming up. This is Panther hockey. Panthers need to come out strong and fast here in the second period. Use their speed, their youth. Force some turnovers. Face off. Won by Lakeville North. The Weidrich line is out there. Lakeville North crosses the blue line. That puck hits a water patch now on the far side. Moving it up to the middle to Boston Collins coming across. He fires a shot that goes just wide. Bounces off the backboard. Lakeville chips it up to the middle. Sorry, up to the boards. And now they're able to get it out. Hansen, he makes a quick cross-ice pass off the boards. Collins picks that up, fires that in off the Lakeville North defenseman's glove. Hodge picks it up, chips it down low again. Centering pass off Collins. Hansen pinching from that blue line, able to hold that in. Puck pops up. Lakeville grabs it with the glove, comes across the neutral zone. Drop pass on the far side. Hodge is there. Weidrich picks it up off the boards, hits Boston Collins in the middle, but that pops off his stick. Shot by Collins goes to the far corner. Gavin Weidrich's there. Now Lakeville on the near side. They throw that into the far side corner. Hodge is there. He goes near side to Palazzari. Palazzari near side to Waters. Maltovich is able to chip that out, and Weidrich throws that down in the Lakeville corner. Now behind the net, Lakeville reverses that to the near side, up the side boards. The Palazzari, he chips that into the far side. Weidrich is there. Lakeville comes out of the zone with it. Loose puck. Lakeville now regrouping in their zone. Again, these long board changes can create some confusion and some opportunities. We'll see if your Panthers, your Century Jam Panthers can capitalize on that. Jocelyn with a big backhand through the girders, and we'll have a whistle. Thanks for watching tonight. Shots on goal, thanks for reminding me, 18-7. 18-7 here to start the second period. We're about 2 minutes in. Shots are in favor of Lakeville North. Lakeville pulling that off the boards, taken away by Algeier. He goes to the far side. Now we got Frank cutting in. He gets pinched off by the defenseman from Lakeville. Loose puck, Algeier, backhand of the slot. Turnaround shot, save. Good opportunity by Lent. Algeier now racing. He gets to the puck. Comes out to the point, shot, that goes high and wide. Now to Hodge on the near side, he gets that deep. Frank is there in the near side corner, Lent. And Lakeville chips that out. Graham goes back for it into the Rochester zone. He goes all the way down, and that'll be an icing. Good opportunity there by your Panthers. Here is Frank's driving the net. Puck comes loose. Algeier's there. We get a shot on net right there in the slot. Can't stick that away. Weidrich wins that draw back. Century rings that around to the near side. Collins can't handle that board pass. Jocelyn in the near side corner. Weeder trying to pick that out. Loose puck. Hansen is there. Now Jocelyn coming out. He goes to the far side. Hits Tim Payne. He rings that around to the near side. I'm not sure why we do that. Let's throw that on net and get some pucks there. Tip just about tipped in by Tim Payne. Shot coming from the point by Hansen. Centering pass just off Boston Collins' stick, and Lakeville not able to get that out as Hansen throws that to the far corner. Tim Payne spins, fires, hits the side of the net. Loose puck. Lakeville goes up the boards. Not able to hold it in. Lakeville now with a 2-on-1. Now to the near side. Shot. Bohan able to slide over and make a big blocker save. Near side. Lakeville pulling that off the boards. Dancing. Shot blocked by Tim Payne. Tim Payne goes off the boards. Weidrich's able to pick that out. And Lakeville regrouping here in the neutral zone. Lakeville goes far side. That's too far. Tim Payne off the boards. That should be offsides. Come on, boys. Lakeville coming back. They center that. That goes wide. Now on the far side, Weidrich. That gets out of the zone. Lakeville has to regroup as your Panthers try to get a change here. Some tired legs. And now they call an offside, which I don't think was. Face off on the near side. Baltovic stepping in for this draw. He wins that back. Graham, near side to Jocelyn. Back to Graham, up the boards. Waters loses that. Palazzari picks it up. He goes far side to Weidrich. Weidrich turns and fires that in behind the Lakeville net. Lakeville goaltender playing that to his defenseman. Now to the far side boards. They chip that high and out of the zone. Palazzari is there. Loose puck picked up by Waters. Now back to Graham. He has to retreat in the zone for it. Baltovic's here on the near side. Lakeville chips it up to the blue line. Now cross ice. Back to the middle. Shot. That hits a body. Good job by your Panthers to clog those lanes. Now to the far side, hitting Waters, and now we got an offsides. Panthers clogging that, Century Panthers clogging that shooting lane. Face off, Lakeville wins that. They regroup in their defensive zone. Now coming up the far side, they gain the blue line. Shot, that gets deflected wide, rung around to the near side. Defense throw that back in, rings around to the far side. Frank chasing. Lakeville fires that shot on net. Allgaier. And Rochester able to get that puck out, and Lakeville has to regroup. Out of the far side, Hodge. Centering pass to Lakeville. Shot, that goes wide. Lakeville able to hold that puck in. Hodge here in the near side corner. Allgaier trying to pick that up. Lakeville grabs it off the boards. They go cross ice. Just in the feet of their defenseman who was pinching in to take a shot. Loose puck. Lent trying to get to that first. Spinning. Allgaier throws that to Frank as Frank gets across the red line and fires that down, giving your Century Panthers a chance to change. Now on the near side boards, Lakeville working that up. They come to the middle. Big check by Tim Payne. That puck hits the side of the net. Hansen there, he reverses to Palazzari. Palazzari through the middle. We got two passes just behind Collins. Collins spins, fires that. That goes off the boards. Weidrich on the far side. Centering pass to Weidrich. Broken up by Lakeville. Now on the far side, Hansen's able to poke that off a Lakeville stick, and we have to retreat in our defensive zone. Palazzari in the near side. Weidrich picks that out of the corner. Now he goes around the far side, taken away. Centering pass, broken up. And your Century Panthers are able to get that out of the zone as Lakeville has to regroup here in the neutral zone. They bring that around the far side. Collins applying a body check. Puck now in the far side corner. Lakeville now trying to center that with a one-timer, give and go. Loose puck. Oh, we try to hit Collins just off target there, and it goes right to the Lakeville defenseman. Alazari spins and slips. Lakeville fires that in far side. Hansen is there. Lakeville now cycling. They go to the middle. Shot goes wide. Near side. Waters is here. Palazari is able to chip it out. Weidrich across the middle. He fires a shot high up over the net. Waters. Century Panthers getting a change. Now behind the net. Weidrich with it. He tries to center it. Lakeville takes that away. Stepping up. Graham fires a shot. Tip just wide. Lakeville trying to get that out of the zone. Hodge spins and keeps it in. Algeyer behind the net. Out of the near side. Hodge pinching. Lakeville coming through the middle. Out of the near side. Weidrich's able to pinch him off. Try to dig that puck off the boards, and we do, and then we throw it all the way down for an icing. 8:28 remaining. Score from Lakeville South, 2-1 Lakeville South over Mayo. I believe that's after one. Trying to give you score updates that couldn't find that stream. Century wins that draw. They go bringing that around. Graham brings that around to Frank on the far side. Hodge goes back. He goes D to Graham. Graham chips that up to Algeyer, who gets that to Lent through the middle. Lent coming down the near side. He just chips that deep behind the Lakeville net. Centering pass goes through everybody. Graham pinches. That gets chipped behind him. And Hodge steps up at the red line and dumps that all the way down, giving your Century Panthers an opportunity to change. Lakeville coming out down through the middle. Centering pass taken away by Lent. He comes down 1-on-2, down the far side, cut into the middle. Shot just off the goaltender's glove. Now Lakeville coming back through the middle, near side, and across the red. They chip it behind her defenseman. Jocelyn behind the net. Algeyer pulls it out of the pile. Now on the near side, Collins cross ice. He hits Tim Payne coming down. He spins. Tim Payne looking for space and time. Weidrich loose in the corner. He picks it out. Trying to create an opportunity here. He goes up the boards. Palazari, far side. Tim Payne can't get a stick down. And Lakeville chips that out. Now Lakeville in their zone, regrouping up the far side boards. Lakeville rings that around to the near side. Collins is there. Palazari is there. Weidrich joining the party. Loose puck on the near side. Weidrich chips it to the far side. He's got Tim Payne coming down now. Tim Payne gets across the red. Fires it down as Collins goes on the forecheck. Collins trying to take that away from the goaltender. Was able to work that up to the near side and out of the zone. Until now, they get across the red, fire it down. Bohan can't stop that behind the net. And we throw that all the way down and just get a whistle. 6:09 remaining here in the first period. Shots are 20-11 in favor of Lakeville. Face off to the left of Bohan. Lakeville wins that. They come to the slot. They fire that. Gavin Weidrich able to get a boot on that, and that deflects up into the netting. Hodge Hodge wins that draw. Hodge trying to ring that around the near side. Lakeville's able to hold that in. Now on the far side, Gavin Weidrich chasing. Lakeville centering, that goes through everybody. Now at the blue line, Lakeville holding it in the zone. Gavin Weidrich showing his speed. Trying to chase that Lakeville player out of the zone. Now on the far side, Waters with a big check. He takes that puck away. He goes off the near side boards. Gavin Weidrich able to punch that deeper into the Lakeville zone. Baltovic's now. He takes it away, spins, loses the puck, and Lakeville comes out the far side, up the far side boards, and they chip it out. Hodge picks it up, comes across the red, fires it in on net. Boston Collins applying the pressure. Near side. Allgaier gets it deep. Sorry, that was Frank, not Collins. Good step up by Graham. He steps in, shot fired. Lakeville making a save. Good pinch by Graham. So Lakeville comes out now, 2-on-2, 2-on-3 as they swap lanes here at the top of the Century zone, and Lent takes that puck away. He goes up the boards for Frank. Frank kicks it with his skate and chips it out. That hits a player or a ref, I can't remember. Couldn't tell. Graham loses it in the far corner, chips it up. Lakeville takes it away, comes through. Shot hits the side of the net. Lakeville trying to do a wraparound, top of the slot. That tip just behind Bohan. Now at the point, tip, now that goes wide. Panthers scrambling here a little bit. Lakeville gaining some momentum. Graham brings that around the far side to Frank. Frank can't get it out. Lakeville now chips that back behind. Palazzari is there. Palazzari brings that to Allgaier. And Lent is able to get that all the way down for an icing. 4:03 remaining here in the first period. Again, not a ton of whistles or stoppages or penalties. Both teams just playing a steady game of hockey here. Panthers having a couple of opportunities. See if we can get a couple bounces our way here and tie it up and give ourselves a chance. Weidrich stepping in for this draw. Hansen, he goes up the boards. Lakeville's able to hold that. Weidrich chips it out. Collins coming down now. He gets to Tim Payne. Shot, loose puck. Can't put that in. Comes across the slot. Good opportunity by your Century Panthers. Weidrich goes cross ice to Jocelyn. Jocelyn gets across the red, fires that in. Goaltender stops that with a glove and drops it for his defenseman. Lakeville chipping that up. Jocelyn chasing it. Now on the near side corner. That comes to the slot. Jocelyn grabs it. He goes far side. Tim Payne throws that in. Now behind the Lakeville net. Gavin Weidrich getting a stick on that. Pops to the corner. Now Ethan Weidrich trying to get that deep. Lakeville goes out the far side now. Coming down 2-on-2. They get it deep and go for a change themselves. Graham behind the net. Near side to Waters. Waters trying to make a cross ice pass. Lakeville takes it away. Come through the middle. Shot. Oh, great save by Bohan. He's keeping these Century Panthers in this. Loose puck on the near side boards. Waters digging. Hodge there, just trying to get it out of the zone at this point. He does. Now he comes down. He chips it behind the defense and makes him turn. He goes on the forecheck, trying to create an offensive opportunity. Weidrich chips that down into the corner. Panthers going off for a change as Lakeville comes with the near side boards. Now back to Palazzari. He's able to chip that out as Lakeville regroups in the neutral zone. Loose puck. Allgaier coming down. Centering pass just off a Lakeville skate as Frank had come down the slot. Lakeville comes across the blue line now, walking down the middle. Oh, turnover in the high slot. Now they go out to the point. Shot. That's high up over the net. Frank on the far side. He chips it up off the glass and into the Lakeville bench. 1:43 remaining here in the second period. Shots are 23 23-15. Lent in for this draw. Surprised we didn't change our lines there. Shot tip. Tip to the near side corner. Panthers. Lakeville working that up to the point. Frank chasing. Now they work that down low in the corner. Alizari is there. Now behind the net, Jocelyn into the far side corner. Up the boards. Lakeville fires a shot from the point. That's blocked in front. Jocelyn chips that up to Frank. Frank just chips that out. That's past the Lakeville defender. And we have an icing. 1:07 remaining here in the second period. Weidrich stepping in for this draw. Lakeville chips that back to the point. Tim Payne chasing now on the far boards. They worked it up back up to the point, now to the near side. That shot's tipped wide. Loose puck in the slot. Somebody breaking a stick there. It's like a Lakeville player breaking that. He's still got the handle in his hands. Pretty sure that's a penalty. Big opportunity by Lakeville there. Face off on the near side. Weidrich stepping in for this draw. He wins that back. Lakeville goes wraparound style, and Bohan is there. No goal. Wraparound referees right there. 45 seconds remain. Face off on the far side. Weidrich back in for this draw. Face off. Won by your Century Panthers. Ring that around to the near side. That comes out of the zone. Now Lakeville working that to the near side boards. 30 seconds and counting. That bounces off players. Jocelyn throws that off a Lakeville player. Weidrich racing for it. Almost getting there as the goaltender came out of the net. Lakeville now on the far side. They spin, fire, shot wide. 15 seconds remain. I'd like to just pin that up against the boards, get out of this period. And that puck comes out as Lakeville has to regroup with 8 seconds remaining. Lakeville rings that around inside the zone. Boy, we look tired here. We look tired.
At the end of the second period, Century Jazz 0, Lakeville North 1.
So that's the end of your second period. We'll get the shots here again when the third period starts. Let's flash up the Lourdes game just to see where they're at. So it looks like it's 3-2 Lourdes. See, we have a score update on the Mayo game. Again, this Lourdes versus Albert Lee is a 4-5 matchup. Lourdes being 4, Albert Lee being 5. We'll get back to you with that Mayo score here, as that's not being reported on. Oh, it looks like Albert Lee ties it up. Wow, 3-3 with 3 minutes left in the game. So we'll let this run while they clean the ice here in Lakeville. All right, looks like that period is going to end in a 3-3 tie, and they'll head to the lockers for the third period. Ice is clean here. Waiting for the Zamboni doors to close.
Guess how much money I have? 0. Give me the money, but it's yours. If you keep it, then you'll get rich.
What can I say?
Again, thanks to all our sponsors this season.
When you got it, right?
Thanks for watching Panther hockey all season, and hope this stream has been helpful for those who can't make games. You might be working, you might be in another state or another country. You've got a relative on the team, family member on the team. Glad we're able to try to stream as many of these games as possible. Again, not every high school or association lets us go into their rink and stream. I think there were 2 or 3 opportunities where we couldn't stream, or I couldn't be there to stream games. So try to provide that as much as humanly possible. Again, all your donations here through our golfing program and throughout the season have made this stream and your Panthers, your Century Jam Panthers season possible. Tape, jerseys, socks, breezers, gloves, all provided by the donations you make to the Century Jam Hockey Goal Line Club. So thanks for those. Lakeville entering the ice now here for the final period here up in Lakeville North. Both teams trying to advance. Showing you the section playoffs. Looks like Lakeville South is up 5-1 over Mayo. That's through at least 2 periods. Here come your Century Jam Panthers. Do or die time here. Again, just looking for a bounce, looking for an opportunity. We put ourselves in a position to potentially win this game. We just need to go that extra mile here in the third period, get some pucks to the net. Crash that net and go hard. We got nothing to lose, nothing to wait for. This is the final period. Winner moves on. Loser's season is over. Let's go Panthers. Starting the third period off the way we started the game, Weidrich, Tim Payne, Collins, Hansen, and Hodge. Let's go Panthers. Weidrich in for this face-off. He wins that back to Hodge. Hodge goes back to retrieve it. He goes behind the net, circles out the far side, chips that up the boards, just past the Lakeville defenseman. Weidrich chasing. Hodge is able to glove that and hold that in. Lakeville out the near side now. They come down. Potential 2-on-1, cross ice. Nice back check by Ethan Weidrich. See if we'll keep that off the Lakeville defender's stick. Near side, Tim Payne able to chip that up. Weidrich rings that around to the far side. Lakeville picks it up on the boards. Collins with a nice back check. Now your Panthers have to pick that up in the near side corner. They go hard up the boards to Tim Payne. Lakeville grabs that, and they regroup now to the far side. Collins forechecking. Lakeville quickly up off Baltovic's stick. He chips that back to the point. Jocelyn grabs it, backhands it to the slot. Nobody there. Lakeville working that up to the middle. Now they backhand that into the Century zone as Jocelyn goes back forward up the near side boards to Weidrich. He backhands that to the middle. Lakeville pulls that out of the zone. Now we got a delayed offsides as Baltovics comes down the far side. Panthers going off for a change as Baltovics tries to get that to the slot. Lakeville chips that up the far boards. Out of the near side. That's tipped off of a Century Panther stick. Baltovics on the near side loses it. Lakeville comes out now. On the near side. Good check by Graham. Loose puck in the near side corner. Get that to the near side. Now that goes off the far side boards as your Century Panthers go for a change. Lakeville gets that across the red, rings that around the far side. Lent chasing that down. Centering pass goes right through the slot. Lakeville out to the point. They lose that over the blue line. Baltovics is able to take it away. Coming down now. He gets bodied off. That's an interference. Didn't have the puck. Lent walking in, trying to gain possession. Now behind the net. Centering pass. Allgaier can't get a stick on it. Lakeville coming down now as they go off for a change. Coming down 1-on-2. He slips on an early spot. Allgaier now on the far side. He dances down. Brings it around to the near side. Lent here on the near side boards. That pops past him. Lakeville working that out to the neutral zone. Walking through the middle. Allgaier with a nice stick check, and Bohan makes a glove save. Weidrich in for this face-off to the right of Bohan. Shots are 26-15 here to start the third period. Puck rung around the near side to Tim Payne. He picks it off the wall, hits the middle, just off Weidrich's stick. Lakeville, they fire a shot on net. Bohan grabs that with a glove. Weidrich in for this draw to the left of Bohan. Both centers getting tossed out. Tim Payne will step in for this draw. He wins that back. Rochester goes up the boards quickly. Weidrich picking it up. He tries to dance around that defenseman. Does get a deep Tim Payne chasing it down. He gets there first. Now behind the net. Tries to go hit the Collins. There's an interference on the far side. Hitting Collins from behind. No call. Referees left their whistles at home. That puck floats on net and Bohan covers it for a whistle. Face off on the far side. Panthers win that. They ring that around to the near side, just past Frank's stick, but out of the zone. Now Lakeville on the far side. They try to chip that up the boards. Allgaier's there. He's able to keep Lakeville from advancing. Lakeville now quickly moving that up the middle. They come into the zone. Shot, save, Bohan, loose puck picked up by your Panthers. Frank chipping that to the middle. That's just by Lent. Here's Lakeville regroups. And Lakeville chips that down to the far corner. Jocelyn is there. Centering pass broken up by Lent as he comes out of the zone now. Sorry, Allgaier, I think. Yep, that was Lent. He loses it. Lakeville takes it away. Frank back checking. Lakeville trying to come down on Palazzari, now up to the point. Shot, that's deflected wide to the near side. Frank gets to it. He goes up the middle, hitting Drake Waters. Drake Waters coming across the blue. Fires a shot that goes off a Lakeville player. Out of the far side, Baltovics getting that back to Weidrich. Weidrich fires a shot that goes off a Lakeville player and chip that to the far side and have to tag up. Baltovics trying to chip that to himself. Lakeville picks it up. Now they regroup. Palazari now chips that out of the zone. Lakeville has a delayed offside, so Waters picks that up. He goes near side to Graham. Graham up through the middle. Baltovics can't hang on to that puck. Now chipping that to the near side to Gavin Weidrich. He comes across the red, rings it around to the far side. That skips over the goaltender's stick. Baltovics is there. Lakeville chipping that to the middle now with an odd man rush. Coming down. Shot. Beating Bohan up over the blocker for a 2-0 lead with 11:28. Weidrich in for this face-off now with a little bit of a bigger hole to drill out of. Weidrich trying to pull that off the boards. Tim Payne walking to the corner. Weidrich fires a shot from a sharp angle. That goes to the far side. Lakeville now. Loose puck coming up through the middle. Fires that. That's blocked by Lakeville defenseman. On the far side corner, Palazari is there, now behind the net. Look at that to a slot. Shot fired, Bohan makes a glove save. 10:42 remaining. Face off on the far side, Ethan Weidrich will step in for this draw. He wins that. Jocelyn picks it up in the slot. It comes out of the zone. Makes a pass just past Tim Payne. Lakeville turns it back quickly, coming down. Shot off Bohan's mask. Century Panthers are able to chip that out. Now up the far side, chipped in by Lakeville. Palazari goes back for it. Bohan stops it behind the net. Jocelyn now, there's an interference. No call. What the hell? Now we got him. Backside referee makes the call. Interference. Taking Palazari out behind the net. So this will be a Insignia power play. Panthers go on the power play for the first time tonight. To try to cash in on this with 10:10 remaining in the third period. Baltovics, Weidrich, Waters, Jocelyn, and Palazari out there for this power play. Panthers win that back. Jocelyn to the far side. Palazari stepping up. Shot deflected. Weidrich on the far side. He goes up the point, but loses it. Palazari is able to step up and hold it on the far side boards. Palazari chips that now to the near side. Jocelyn with it. Now back to Palazari. Palazari comes up, gains the zone. Drop pass to Weidrich through his wickets. Maybe getting his not paying attention, trying not to get his head taken off by a Lakeville defender. And we ice that on a power play. Shots are 31-15. Panthers still looking for a scoring opportunity here. Third period. Weidrich, Collins, Tim Payne will come out for this with Hodge and Hansen. 1:22 remaining in the power play. Out of the far side, Boston Collins chipping that back to Hansen, over here near side to Hodge. Moving that up to Tim Payne. Tim Payne coming down the near side. He throws a shot to the net. That's deflected high. Hansen able to hold that in. Hansen back to Weidrich, back to Hansen. Shot fired. Collins dripping that wide. Back to Weidrich. Down the boards to Hansen. Back to Weidrich. Weidrich pulling that off the boards now. He walks in. Near side to Hodge. Hodge fires a shot. Tip. Bounces out to the near side boards. And Lakeville grabs it here. Let's go. Forecheck him. Lakeville throws that all the way down. No icing with 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Hodge now setting it up. He comes up the near side to Tim Payne. Tim Payne crosses the red line. Loose puck in the high slot. Now to the near side to Hansen. Hansen fires a shot, blocked by Lakeville. Boston Collins in the near side corner. He centers that. Tim Payne just misses that far side post. Hodge picks it up. He gets that to the behind the net. Tim Payne. Power plays over. Weidrich on those far boards centered it, but nobody was there. Lakeville comes back. They fire a shot, and Bohan makes a save. Gotta get some more pucks to this net. Right now they're tallying 32 to 16 are shots in favor of Lakeville. Maltovic's in for this draw. Lakeville wins that back. They fire a shot that's tipped high over the net. Waters on the far side. Jocelyn now on the far side corner. Palazzari up the boards. Baltovic gets a stick on it, just can't get enough of it. Lakeville now regrouping. Jocelyn chips that up, not out. Lakeville holding that blue line. They throw a puck to the net. Bohan making multiple saves, centering. Lakeville trying to wrap that around. Picked up by Jocelyn up the near side. Weidrich, he loses it. But we're able to ring that back behind the Lakeville net. Now Lakeville working it out to the far side. 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. Allgaier on the far side. Lakeville working it up those boards. Turned over. Lakeville grabs it back. They work it up the middle. Graham back. Lakeville spins in that far corner. Out of the near side, Hodge and Weidrich. Bring that around to the far side. Allgaier's there with Graham. Puck comes behind the net. Hodge brings that to Weidrich. Weidrich can't get it out. Lakeville now fires that on net, and Bohan makes a glove save. 6:22 remaining. Weidrich stepping in for this draw to the left of Bohan. He wins that back. Jocelyn goes D to D. Hansen up the middle. Weidrich steps across the blue, drops it for Tim Payne. Tim Payne fires. Glove save. Weidrich with that face-off. Lakeville wins that. They go around the far side. They pick it up off the boards. Lakeville coming down. They gain the zone. They fire a shot on net that's tipped. Now in the middle, shot. Bohan with a big leg save. Keep it at 2-0. Lakeville throws that around on the near side with 5.5 minutes remaining. Now up across the blue line, shot. Hansen blocks that, chipping that up the boards. Collins. Lakeville working that out to the blue line now. Weidrich trying to get a stick on it, does. Now he comes down. Being chased by Lakeville. Weidrich coming on a break. Far side. That should be a break. That should be a penalty shot. Give him the shot. See what the call is going to be here. Nice job by Wiedrich driving that net. It's like my stream is way behind. See if it catches up by the time. Referee's still discussing the call here. I think Erge is making a plea for we'll just go widescreen here until I see my replay catch up. I don't know. I think Erge is calling for a penalty shot. Since Ethan Wiedrich was in the clear and he comes from behind. So your Panthers will have an Insignia power play here. Yeah, my stream is about 4 minutes behind here as referees talk. I'll try to get this caught back up. No such luck, I think. YouTube stream is just a few minutes behind, so I can't really show you the replay here. I think other goaltender stretching here is starting goaltender being attended to by the nurse. So your Century JM Panthers are going to power play here. Trade a goal here for a penalty. But we'll go on the power play. Wiedrich, Tim Payne, Collins, Hansen, and Hodge at 5:22 remaining. Wiedrich wins that draw to Hodge. Hodge goes down the wall to Wiedrich, back to Hodge. Hodge fires a shot, rebound, cleared to the near side boards. Hansen trying to get there first. Lakeville gets a stick on it, comes out of the zone. They fire a shot to the middle, just trying to get a deflection play. Boston Collins swapping with Wiedrich. Wiedrich coming out now, he goes to the near side, hits Tim Payne's stick, all the way down now. Lakeville spins, fires that all the way down, no icing. Now at the far side, Collins coming into the zone. He tried to maneuver that around the Lakeville player, lost the handle, and Lakeville grabs it and sets back up. Now behind the net, Hodge coming down. He gets Boston Collins. Boston to the near side. That's off of Waters' stick, but he maintains control. Waters in the near side corner now as we've made a change. Gavin Wiedrich forechecking. Palazari's able to hold that, but I think they're saying the Lakeville player touched it on the bench. So we've got 49 seconds remaining in this Insignia power play. 4:11 on the clock. Face-off will be in the Lakeville zone. Got to try to cash in on this, pull within one so we can pull this goaltender. Much like Team USA did, the women did today to go to overtime and then secure the victory in 3-on-3 overtime. Jocelyn back to Palazari. Palazari quarterbacking this power play breakout. Now we go to the far side. Gavin Wiedrich entering the zone. He gets it poked off his stick. Palazari on the far side holding it in. Now kick that down. Baltovics just trying to get that to open space. Weidrich, he loses it. Jocelyn, back to Waters. Back down the near side boards. You just can't get possession and control here. Waters goes back for it. Palazzari grabs it near the corner. 6 seconds. Now up the near side, that's Weidrich. He comes down the boards. Power play's over. Now centering pass goes across Baltovic's stick. Lakeville North to the near side. Down the far corner, that centering pass goes off Bohan. Baltovics to the far side, just past Boston Collins. Collins racing for it, comes in. Just past the goaltender's stick. Referee getting in the way. Centering pass goes to everybody. Collins slow to get back to the bench. Lakeville coming in. A little wraparound try. Comes to the near side. We do a cross-ice pass. That hits a Lakeville stick. Now with 2:29 remaining. Hansen back for it. He goes up the boards. Weidrich chipping that to himself. He comes across the blue line. Drop pass to Tim Payne. Payne putting that behind the net. Lakeville working that up now. Now we got to retreat. Palazzari. Loose puck near side. That's past Tim Payne. Goaltender's out, now 6-on-5 with 2 minutes remaining. Palazzari back for it. Palazzari spins, loses it, centering pass. Lakeville with the empty net goal. We just can't maintain possession here. So now it's just a matter of time, I think, unless your Panthers, your Century Panthers, can get a couple bounces here with 1:43 remaining. Loose puck pops to the slot, and we just can't get a handle on it. Lakeville gets an empty net goal. Bohan back in the net, back to 5-on-5. Lent out there now. Lakeville dumps that down the far side with 90 seconds remaining. Now across the blue line. Lakeville behind the net now. Cross ice. Shot Bohan with a save. 2 saves. Quick update from Graham Arena. Lourdes ahead of Albert Lee 4-3 with looks like about 7.5 minutes remaining. Baltovics in for this draw. Truella. Lakeville dumps that down with a minute remaining. Graham up the far side. Baltovics picks it up. He reverses it to Algier. Lakeville intercepts, throws that around the near side. Truella in the near side corner. Up the near side, no wingers there. Fires shot, that bounces off a body. Algier can't grab it with 45 seconds remaining. Graham on the side of the net. Lakeville taking a big hit. Loose puck. Lakeville goes back with 30 seconds remaining now. Working that through the middle. Baltovich grabs it. He comes across the blue. Lakeville back checking with 10 seconds remain. Three seconds. Lakeville just playing keep away here. That's your game. So good valiant effort here by your Century JM Panthers. Looks like Lakeville taking a penalty here late in the game. I don't know, some unsportsmanlike activity. So good valiant effort by your Century JM Panthers. Just not enough mustard here. Lakeville with an empty net goal, putting them up 3-0. Certainly a different game than what we saw earlier this year. You know, with a full roster except for Solak, which is unfortunate. We could have used his speed and energy out there on the ice, as our leading scorer was out due to a misconduct in the Austin game at the end of the season. But given the young set of skaters we have and the crew that we have coming up from Bantams, our future is bright here at Century JM. I know this isn't how our seniors want to go out, but I think they gave it everything they had with what they had available to them. Again, the lineup changes made some differences here. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Follow us on social media. Thanks for watching this season. Appreciate all the support, the love. Shots on goal to end this game were 39-18. And looks like Lakeville North will advance to play Lakeville South in the semifinals next week. Five and a half minutes left in the Lourdes-Eagles game, as they are still up 5-3 now, as they scored with 5 minutes remaining. Again, I believe Lakeville South, at least the last time we checked, was up over Mayo 5-1. Certainly a sad night for our seniors, as this is their last high school hockey game. Great group of seniors, to be honest, and loved working with them here, both during captain's practices and other opportunities. I've coached a lot of these boys in clams and other off-season stuff. Good group of boys. They're going to have great futures. Again, thanks to our sponsors for making this season possible. Hope you'll follow us here in the coming season, and thanks for watching.